What if I told you that everything you were taught about money was a lie? That the very thing you wake up for, hustle for, sacrifice for, isn't real in the way you think it is? It's not just paper, it's not just digits on a screen. It's a story, a belief system, a magic trick so powerful it enslaves billions while they cheer for it. And the scariest part? Most people never even question it. But you did. That's why you're here. And once you see what money really is, there's no unseeing it. This is not just a documentary. It's a mirror, a deconstruction of one of humanity's greatest illusions. This is the truth about money. Chapter 1, The Silent Religion. Let's start with the truth society's too afraid to admit. Money is humanity's most successful religion. No priests, no temples, no holy books. Yet it controls our behavior more than any god ever has. People kill for it, work themselves to death for it, marry for it, abandon dreams for it, and in the end, die chasing more of it. But here's the twist. Money doesn't actually exist, at least not in the physical sense we imagine. It's not gold. It's not paper. It's not even the numbers in your bank account. It's trust, a collective agreement, a shared dream that only works because everyone else believes in it too. Strip away that belief, and it's just ink on cotton. Just binary code in a server. Money has no value until we give it one. Let that sink in. This thing we spend our lives chasing is a story we're all telling each other. And most of us never question who wrote that story or why. Chapter 2, The Original Spell, A Brief History. To understand how this illusion began, we have to go back. Long before banks, before governments, even before coins, there was only one currency, trust. Barter systems dominated early civilizations. You had fish, I had firewood. We traded, simple. But then problems arose. What if I don't need fish today? Or I only have a tent to give, which would be a bad trade considering the unequal value exchange. Society needed a medium, something everyone agreed had value. So humans did what they do best. They invented a symbol. Shells, stones, beads. Eventually metals like gold and silver became the go-to. Why? Because they were rare, durable, and hard to fake. Not because they were valuable in themselves. Gold didn't feed people. It didn't build shelter. But it represented something deeper, belief. The idea that this shiny object could be exchanged for anything else. That belief became tradition. Tradition became culture. Culture became control. And from there, the illusion grew. Chapter 3, The Empire of Paper. Fast forward to the 1600s. The rise of banks introduced a new twist to the magic trick. Paper money. Instead of carrying gold, people began carrying banknotes, IOUs that represented gold stored in a vault. These notes were more convenient, safer, and easier to transport. But remember, they only worked because people believed they were backed by something real. Then the trick got deeper. Governments realized, why limit ourselves to how much gold we have? What if we printed the paper without the gold? And just like that, the world shifted. Money was no longer tied to anything tangible. It became fiat currency, money by decree. This means your money is worth something only because the government says so, and because everyone else plays along. But here's the danger. If money can be created out of thin air, what stops it from becoming worthless? History shows us exactly what happens. Hyperinflation in Zimbabwe, Venezuela's economic collapse, Germany's Weimar Republic, where people used wheelbarrows of cash to buy bread. When belief fades, money dies. And yet, here we are, still trusting the story, still running on the treadmill. Chapter 4, The Hidden Puppeteers. But let's go deeper. Who creates this money? Who decides how much is in circulation? Who benefits when money's created? And who pays the price? The answer is chillingly simple. It's not governments. It's not presidents. It's central banks, entities that operate in the shadows, with almost no public accountability. Take the U.S. Federal Reserve. Despite its name, it's not federal. It's not even fully part of the government. It's a private institution with the power to create money out of thin air. And when the Fed prints money, what does it do? It doesn't hand it to the people. It lends it to banks, to corporations, to governments, with interest, which means every new dollar is born in debt. Let that sink in. The moment money is created, someone owes someone else. And the system is designed so that debt can never fully be paid back. Because to pay off old debt, we need to create new money, which creates new debt. It's a spiral, a loop, a game where the rules are rigged and the house always wins. And you're just a player, trying to win a game where the scoreboard is controlled by someone else. Chapter 5, Inflation, the Invisible Thief. Now here's the part they really don't want you to understand. Inflation is not just prices going up. Inflation is the value of your money being stolen, slowly, silently. When central banks print more money, the supply increases. But if the amount of goods and services stays the same, the value of each dollar drops. That's inflation. It's why your grandparents bought a house for $20,000. Why a cup of coffee used to be 25 cents. Why your paycheck buys less and less every year. They'll tell you it's just how the economy works. But it's not an accident. It's a feature, not a bug of the system. Because inflation helps the people at the top. Debtors love inflation, especially governments. Why? Because they can repay old debt with cheaper dollars. But you get crushed. Your savings lose value. Your wages lag behind. Your cost of living climbs while your quality of life shrinks. And all the while, they tell you it's your fault. You're not budgeting right. You're not working hard enough. You're not hustling smart enough. But the truth is, the game is designed to make you feel like you're failing, even when you're doing everything right. Chapter 6, The Matrix of Consumption. And here's where the trap tightens. We live in a society where your worth is measured by your output, where productivity is worshipped, and consumption is king. Why? Because the more you work, the more you earn. The more you earn, the more you spend. The more you spend, the more they profit. But it's a treadmill, a loop of endless striving. Work to spend to cope, cope to keep working. And behind it all is money, not as a tool for freedom, but as a leash. You were taught to chase it, but to control you? But what if that's the trap? To obey it. To tie your dreams, your identity, your security to it. What if money was never meant to free you? Chapter 7, The Psychology of Obedience. Most people don't question money, not because they're stupid, but because they're scared. Scared of what it would mean to see the truth. Because once you realize money is an illusion, you start to see that so much of your life is built on sand. Your job, your debt, your definition of success. It's all part of the same dream. And waking up from that dream, it's painful, it's lonely, it's disorienting. But it's also the beginning of freedom. Because once you stop believing the story, you can start writing your own. So the next time you look at a $100 bill, don't just see paper, see a spell. A contract, a control mechanism wrapped in green ink and ancient symbols. In part 2, we'll go even deeper. We'll dissect how this illusion was engineered. We'll look at who really benefits. And most importantly, how you can begin to escape it. Because now that your eyes are opening, you'll never look at money the same way again.